ta'ala to accept your fasting and your qiyam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أن يجعل هذا الصيام لنا ولا علينا. Ask Allah to make this siyam for us as a proof and not against us. We sit today in one of the most important cities in American history. This city, Boston, represents what can be only defined as the American narrative. From 1773, the Boston Tea Party, 1775, the famous ride of Paul Revere, and the famous battles that took place at Bunker Hill, up into the early part of the 19th century, with the abolitionist movement, which stood in the face of the United States of America, fearlessly demanding that African Americans be given the rights of their fellow citizens. Up into the next century, where thousands of immigrants landed on these docks and defended themselves in their struggle for self-definition and self-recognition. Up into the 1940s, when a young hooligan used to walk the streets of Roxbury only to reform himself and become a hero for those who believe in the cause of justice, and that was Malcolm X Bulvd, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, Malcolm X. And it's fitting that this masjid resides next to the street named after the first Muslim hero in North America, Malcolm X Bulvd. As we now struggle in the face of fascism, struggle as a community in the face of bigotry, struggle in the face of intolerance, slanderous lies, deception, means are used which no one would ever imagine. لِيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ مُتِمُّ نُورِهِ. To extinguish the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will complete His light. It is though Malcolm himself is extending the torch of the American narrative to this community now and saying, take this torch from me and engage in the struggle of self-definition and self-recognition, which is a key component of this part of the United States of America. And by going through this struggle to build this masjid and struggling all that we've had to encounter post 9/11, there's one important benefit that came out of all of this, and this is that now the Muslim community can begin to lay the chapter in the book known as American history. We share in the narrative with the Irish. We share in this narrative with the Jews. When we face difficulties, we can reflect on the bravery of Harriet Tubman, the fearlessness of Rosa Parks, the eloquence and the sacrifice of Malcolm X, rahmatullah alayhi. And we can safely say now that after this struggle in everything that exists, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yuthabbitna wa iyyakum ala ta'atihi wa an yahdiyana ila ma yardahu subhanahu wa ta'ala. Aqulu qawli hadha astaghfirullah li wa lakum fastaghfiruhu innahu huwal ghafurur rahim.